Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. It's the vocals for me. We're back with another episode. We're back with another episode of Baritz Says. And we are in the seasons. We are Christmas week, right? So Christmas will be in the next 4 days when this episode drops. Are you guys excited or not? I had a pretty good week this week. I feel like I got some things done or whatever the case may be. Did I go Christmas shopping? No. Everybody's gonna get a gift card or nothing because I don't have it like that. Like, you know, it is 2020. We are living in a pandemic. So it's sketchy out here. For Christmas, I'm not even cooking this Christmas. Not because I don't want to or because I'm not in the mood to. But my husband is Nigerian, and he says that in Nigeria they do Christmas pretty big and stuff. I cannot cook Nigerian food. The only Nigerian food I can cook is stew, which is pretty easy to cook, and egusi soup. Well, a little. I feel like I cook it good, yeah, but whatever. So since I went all out for Thanksgiving, it was very Jamaican American. I was like, you know, I'll give him a Nigerian Christmas or whatever the case may be. So we're having Christmas catered. So I'm going to be picking up food on Christmas from a Nigerian spot. If food is good, I'll let y'all know. I'll put y'all on next week where I got it from or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I'm getting some food catered. I'm kind of happy about that. We got paper plates. We got plastic cups. So I'm like, I don't gotta do no dishes. I don't gotta cook nothing. It's a very simplistic Christmas this year. You know what I'm saying? I ordered a cake. A small cake. Nothing big. Like no massive big, you know, cake. Because I was like, we should get a cake or whatever for Christmas. And yeah, so my Christmas is gonna be pretty easy peasy this year, in my opinion. The only downfall is I gotta go pick up the food, but it's only 60 minutes from the house, so I'm excited about that, or whatever the case may be. I enjoy Nigerian food. I do think it has a eclectic taste. I hope I'm saying that word right. It's good, but I wouldn't say, like, you know how like Nigerians, they be going mad hard for their food. Like once you eat it, you gonna love it. I wouldn't say that. It has an eclectic taste. They use very different ingredients. Sometimes certain things, and yeah, but it's good though for the most part. Like the ones that I've eaten. Some of the stuff I ordered, I asked Femi like, what's like your favorite Nigerian dish? She was telling me about water yam and all this other. Some of these things I ordered, I never eaten. So yeah, that's Christmas. That's what this is like. Because, you know, you just gotta try and do things differently, especially when you marry somebody different from your culture and things like that. But I'm excited about it. I'm hungry right now, actually. Let's be honest. So yeah, it's the holidays. Happy New Year's. And what this one say? Merry Christmas. What else I had to do? Oh my gosh, I was on this journey. Yo, stay woke, y'all. The toll people, what they call the ticket people, they out here, they giving tickets. Don't park on the wrong side of the street. I know some of y'all like, they been doing that, Brittany. Not where I live, okay? Like, I wish I could see what street I live on. My inspection wasn't up to date. You know, I was out here riding dirty, gang. And I had got some tickets or whatever, and I had to get my inspection ready. Because you know that they, I'm trying to think, like, they kind of like suspended inspection and registration up until a certain date because of COVID, and you know, I wasn't on it, so I had to go deal with that, and my check engine light was on, and yeah. That's the only pet peeve about having a car. Like, when shit get bad or something dumb happen, you gonna have to cash the fuck out. It's never like, oh, $10, $15, $20. It's always like $100, $200, $300, bitch, if it's bad. So that pissed me off this week. Like, the journey for that pissed me off. And then you gotta find a mechanic that you bang with. I did have a mechanic in Queens that I banged with, but I live 45 minutes from Queens, like where my parents lived at. That's where I was like, and I'm like, I gotta find somebody in Brooklyn. Went to somebody in Brooklyn. They was a fucking joke. So them niggas is right across the street too. And just being a girl, like, yes, I have family, but like, first of all, let's be honest, half the time these niggas don't really know what to do themselves. Like, bitch, when you do by yourself, you're better off. And then he got work, and it's like, you gotta be up early in the morning. Like, you gotta be the first customer there. If depending on what your issue is, you can't come at 2, 3. They not gonna fix your shit, boy. You gotta come at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., 7 a.m., all that. So that pissed me off. Then I drove my car 50 miles to reprogram the computer or whatever. But I didn't mind that. I had drove to Roosevelt Field Mall, and it was busy in there. I was surprised. I had my mask on. Okay, that's how busy it was in that bitch. I was like, let me get in and out. I was scared. I was frightened. Okay, so people are out here and they are shopping for Christmas. Please wear your mask. New York, because they're trying to shut us down any motherfucking way. Again, so yeah, wear your mask if y'all shopping. I was shocked to see so much people out. The lines is long. I went to Macy's. I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, the lines was long. And you know, everybody's procrastinators, you know. I'm filming this on the 20th, so that's what, 5 days before Christmas. So people was out. I was like, yo, I was online for mad long. All I did was had to pick up some somebody wanted me to pick him up some what's those things called? Long johns, thermals that you wear under your like pants. So I'm like, lit, like cheese, and I know how to navigate Macy's. So I pick it up. I'm like, why are all these lines long? Like, I'm trying to find the shortest line possible. All of them are long. So yeah, if you gotta go Christmas shopping, well, y'all done fucked up, because this episode come out Monday. So if you ain't go Christmas shopping yet, I'm gonna just let you know right now, you gonna be ass the fuck out clean. And I think you gotta like buy stuff for Christmas by like the 18th or something to get it on Christmas or before Christmas. So if you going shopping for Christmas, shout outs to you. Please wear your mask, because they are out, honey. The people are out and they are shopping. Oh, I was shocked. I don't know why I was shocked, because I already told myself I wasn't going Christmas shopping. So it was just mad weird to see like, I guess you know why I was shocked, because I haven't seen that much people in the mall in so long. Like, it was like mind blowing. Like, and I was just working in retail, and I remember like right before COVID, the stores was empty. So it was just like such an experience. I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, I felt weird. I was like, this is why I stay home, honey. So yeah, if you didn't go Christmas shopping yet and you about to go Christmas shopping this week, shout outs to you. Wear your mask. Stay safe. The lines is long. And that was Roosevelt Field. Roosevelt Field is a pretty popular mall. So it's in Long Island, for those of you who don't live in New York City. It's in Long Island. It's very, very big, very nice, very clean. Very nice mall, actually, you know, I would say. But yeah, I was like, yeah. Just to pick up 2 items, please. So I was in and out. I drove back. I did my nails, and then my nails got messed up. I had to go get them fixed again. Ugh. What are we gonna do? Honestly, respectively, like, what are we gonna do? But yes, I came holiday ready for you guys. I'm a little elf. This sweater, I had this sweater for so long. Like, this, like, when people throw a ugly Christmas sweater thing on when they still go to work and they be like, everybody wear ugly Christmas sweater, this is the sweater I got. I think next year I'm gonna get me another one, because I had this for like 6 years. Like, I'm surprised it still fit. It is a little short. It's giving, I got this from Forever 21. You know, that's for the kids, child. And then like on my boobie part, you could see it always like lift up, so whatever. But I'm probably gonna get me another ugly Christmas sweater next year, so I could wear it on birthdays, and so I could just have another one, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, even though this week is Christmas, we are not going to be talking about Christmas. If you want to see a holiday episode, you can click the link up here. And for those of you who are streaming, you could look in the info description box and you will see an episode called It's the Holidays. We're gonna get prepped for New Year's because I feel like Christmas, once Christmas hits, the next thing is like, around this time we're all thinking like, what's my New Year's resolution? Because you're supposed to, once January 1st come, you should have a New Year's resolution. At least for me. I know some of y'all is like procrastinators, right? So we're going to talk about how to get a resolution. We could try to discuss how to keep a resolution because, honey, I know the struggle of trying to, you know, keep a resolution. And it's not easy, honey bun. So it's called I Need a Resolution, like, you know, Aaliyah's song. And we all are looking for that New Year's resolution. And we're going to just talk about the new year or whatever the case may be. And it's exciting to go into 2021. I see a lot of y'all is shooketh, baby. Shooketh. As am I. I'm not out here. You know, I think you can still say New Year, New Me. You can still say that. Because, I mean, even in a pandemic, you could be a new you. You feel me? I feel like I'm a new person this year from who I was in 2019 and so forth. And I just feel like, you know, even though it's been a rough year, we should all still try to be positive about 2021. The vaccine is out. Whether you want to take it or not, we have a vaccine. And I feel like that's going to be helpful. And yeah, it's about to be a new year. We should be excited. And we need to get our resolutions ready. And I think one of the top things is like, all right, for New Year's, we always like try to say we either want to lose weight. I feel like the most common ones is like lose weight. What else? I feel like lose weight is like the number one. Is like, I want to lose weight. I want to be healthy this year. Oh, I want to start a business. Oh, I want to make $1 million this year. Or like, you know, or some people, do people say that? I don't feel like that's a common. I was going to say people say they want to get a new job, but I don't feel like people say that. Maybe people say I want to make more money or something. I'm not sure, but I feel like those are the most common ones. And I think that's cool, but like I feel like this year, 2020, a lot of us, character-wise, how have we evolved? How have we changed, right? I feel like we've all been working on our mental health, which is dope as ever. But I feel like because we lost so much engagement with people because we had to do the quarantine, we had to stay at home. We can't do clubbing and partying, you know, unless you went out the country or went to certain states, but you still barely could do it. We lost that sense of engagement. Like even for the holidays, some people didn't get to spend Christmas with a big group of people or Thanksgiving with a big group of people. And maybe New Year's you won't be spending with a big group of people. We lost that sense of engagement and that sense of community and just learning, you know, how to engage with people. So, you know, I'm thinking, you know, for the New Year's, we should try to find a way where we could talk about just being better people. Because when we get into 2021, I have faith and hope that the world will open back up and go back to its norm. The most we'll probably have to do is wear masks, at minimum. And when that time comes, are we going to be... Okay, I understand we want the world to go back to normal, but do we have to be the same people we were in 2019 or 2020? Like, let's try to be nicer. Let's try to be kinder. Let's try to be thoughtful. Let's try to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all been through some shit this year. You feel me? So let's try to come into 2021 and be cool with each other. Like, let's try to be nice. Let's try to be nice. You feel me? Like, we've been through a lot. Collectively. So maybe 2021 and beyond, we should try to come up with a resolution where we could just be like cool, like not even just like being nice, like, well, be nice, but just be cool as fuck, like chill the fuck out, like just be chill, be a vibe. Like y'all, some of y'all don't know how to be a vibe. Like y'all always want to be turned the fuck up. Like chill out. That's what we doing. Like, make that your resolution. Okay? Like, let's all chill out. Shit was wild this year. Like, wow. Like, for real. Like, this shit was a fucking movie. That shit was traumatic. Like, just the whole COVID thing, period. Just thousands and millions of people dying. And just, we can't forget the whole George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. You can't. And with everything that happened in Minnesota and just the protests and the riots and the it's just everything. Just everything. The election turned out good. But, you know, I mean, it created this weird racial tension. Not even just racial tension, just like tension in period. Like, it was just like Biden supporters against Trump supporters, whether it was because of racism or just COVID or just wearing a mask or why is the country not open. Like, it's so many people who beefing with people. It is based off of politics. It is. These things are political things. So I just feel like with politics, there's so many people who don't like each other right now over just political things, world things, and I just hope those things, you know, get better because it's scary out here. Like, it's really scary out here, like, for real. So I think one of the top things, you know, at least for me, that I want to put on my platform, my small platform, is just like, when we come into 2021, like, I don't understand. Let me make that clear. I don't understand why some people are racist, but let's, like, if you white and you racist, shit, if you black and you racist, you feel me? Let's just try to, like, come into 2021 and push those things aside and be nice. If you're white and a black person didn't do nothing to you, just be nice to them, even though you're a weirdo and you don't like black people. Leave that black person the fuck alone. Don't even say hi to them. Just leave them alone. You get what I'm saying? Karen, we don't, no calling the police, nothing happened, okay? Like, you're mad about the grill, you're mad because they're parked here, you're mad because of this, I don't know. Let's just not, okay? So, it's just like, everybody just go into 2021 chilling. Like, that's exactly what being a vibe is, though. Big fucking facts. Like, if you think about what being a vibe and chilling is like, usually people who are vibe, they just exude dope energy. They mind their business. Like, they stay out of trouble. Like, they just be vibing. Like, they just go with the flow. They just do what they do. Like, they don't pay nobody no mind. Like, they just, like, if they with their friends, they hanging with their friends. They turning up. They having fun. Like, they not worried about nothing. Like, as long as the energy is right. Hey, I'm feeling the dancing Britney. Like, they're just vibing. That's what we all need to do, is just vibe. Like, stop beefing with people. Like, let's make that our resolution. I feel like across the board, we all get 2 resolutions this year. And one that everybody has to make a consensus is just to really just be a vibe. And just be nice. And just chill out. Like, we have to go into 2021 with that. Like, for real. Like, we have to. We don't really have a choice. Because I had enough. Like, I used to be watching the news like, girl, what happened? And motherfuckers is losing their job from being assholes. You know, Ellen, she damn near lost her damn job from being an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit is getting scary out here. So y'all better clean the fuck up and fast. Okay? And as for making a resolution, how do we make resolutions? I feel like a lot of times, like, for instance, with the lose weight one, like, we feel like that's just like a natural thing to say, is like, I want to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. I get you want to lose weight. But sometimes, you know, like with weight loss and health stuff, that should be a lifestyle thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't make that like your resolution. Like, I feel like we should try to pick things that are things we really, really need to fix within. And not like, even though, okay, let's be honest, weight loss and health and stuff like that, health in general is so vital, especially now. I think this year taught us so much about health, you know, because a lot of people who passed from COVID-19 had pre-existing conditions and things like that. So yes, health is so important, and I understand that completely. But because health is so important, I don't think that should be a resolution. I think that should just be something you should always be striving to do. It should not be a New Year's resolution. That's a life decision. Like, that's a life thing. Like, being healthy, eating healthy. I know it's hard, but don't make that a resolution. Make that a life choice. Like, that's something you should be saying every day. Like, not when the new year hits. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand people say, like, go to the gym more, but try to make those things, like, some resolutions are things that is just things, like, it's just something you're supposed to do. Some could argue that that's why they hate resolutions, right? Because a lot of the things that people make their resolutions should just be who they are naturally. And that's a fact. That's a big fact. You got a point right there. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like most resolutions, if you can, and you should be things that are within, or like things that'll really help you become a better person, things that'll really change. Like, you know how some things you wish you could change, and I'm not talking about what's this called, physical. I'm talking about change. Like, how I wanna, it's hard. So, you know, we spoke about that this year on Brit Says about change, right? You know, I think this year you should take a look, I think it's hard to look back on 2020 though, because I feel like most of us, even if you was going and traveling, you wasn't going but so many motherfucking places, bitch. The only place that was really open was Atlanta and Miami. That's lit. Maybe some places out the country, Mexico was lit, but I feel like you couldn't have did but so much this year. Like, unless you was maybe a essential worker, like what did you really do this year that you could look back on and you feel like maybe some of y'all was out here not quarantining and not going, I don't know, but if you're able to look back on 2020 or try to look back on 2019 and just see what happened this year, like what was something that happened, who was somebody you fell out with, or what was one of the like biggest things that happened in 2020 for you, because it was a lot of loss, or in 2019, or somebody you fell out with, and why did you guys fall out, or what happened that was so big? What was the, and what role did you play in what happened this year? And if you played a role in that situation and you felt like you could have did something different, and let me tell you right now, even when you're not wrong per se in a situation, you still played a key role in that. Because I feel like when two people dispute, or when two people go through something, or 5 people, 6 people, bitch, because people be beefing with 800 people, honey, and you might be dead ass right in your head, I don't know, whatever, or you might be right, period. In order to make confrontation or friction, in some ways along the lines, you did some funny shit. Let's be honest. Like, somewhere along the lines, if it got to the point where you and that person are not speaking anymore, or you and that person fought physically, or whatever the hell happened this year for you, and that's something that needs to be discussed. Somewhere along the lines, a lot of us is not hip to doing that. And I'm going to tell you right now, if something happened, you know, I'm not talking about loss and stuff like that. Like, never blame yourself. I'm not talking about loss. I'm talking about confrontation. Let me make that clear, because I did say if something big happened this year. So something big happened this year could be that you experienced loss. Whenever you lose somebody, it's never your fault. You know, things happen. God knows best. His plan is bigger than our plan will ever be. And if you lost someone, somebody or something, I don't know, this year, you know, they're in a better place. Because look at America, let's be honest. Not to be funny, but on a serious note, you know, God knows best. His plan is bigger than yours. His plan is better than yours. His plan is key. His plan is number one, and that's just that, and it's final. And It's hard, it's not easy, but you could get through it and you will pass it. So I'm not talking about loss. I'm talking about confrontation. I'm talking about people you like X'd out of your life completely. Like, I'm talking about that. When things like that happen, you in some ways played a role. I don't care what nobody say. Because if you reach a point in a relationship or whatever, friendship, family, I don't know, where you had to completely cut that person off or something, you played a role in whatever happened. And it's not a bad thing. It could be something small. Maybe, you know, maybe you didn't outline your boundaries, right? Let's say you didn't create boundaries with this person. Maybe you didn't create boundaries with someone, right? So maybe your resolution for the year is learning to, you know, create boundaries, right? And some of you are like, oh, well, if that's the reason why you stopped being friends with somebody because you didn't create boundaries, why don't you just make boundaries to be friends with that person? Because I don't want to get too off topic. Because sometimes when you've been in a situation for so long, you know, some people won't understand your boundaries, and you could try, and if they still don't change, it's up to you to make that decision what you want to do. But one of the things you can work on is creating boundaries, you know, for 2021, right? And holding yourself accountable, because sometimes I feel like a lot of people don't hold themselves accountable. Like, okay, this person don't know when to stop doing whatever. I don't know. I can't think of something off the top of my head, but I need to hold myself accountable too, because I kind of didn't create a boundary. We all mess up sometimes when it comes to that, right? Oh, this person is draining me with their issues, and yeah, you could get mad or whatever the case may be. But did you create those boundaries? Like, look, I need my space, I need my time, da 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 da. So maybe in 2021, you can teach yourself to make boundaries. What else? Other things that we do. Yeah, it's just like looking back. Look, what could you have done differently this year? That's hard, right? For some of you. For me, for some of you. Me, I can't relate. It is hard to figure out what could you have done differently this year. A lot of people don't look at things in that point of view. That's something that needs to be worked on. That's a whole topic. It's very hard. And the other thing too is that sometimes you won't realize what you did wrong in a situation until like years later. And that's what's so annoying. Like, you'll look back and be like, wow. Or you'll look back at something and be like, oh, that's what I was supposed to learn. That was what I was supposed to be taught, or whatever the case may be. So it's weird. It's a weird situation. But that's the good thing. I think the reason why it takes us so long to figure out where we went wrong in a situation is because sometimes we don't take time to think about it. But the good thing, if you're watching this episode, is that for this year, if you sit down, like take a couple hours of your day, reflect, write, journal, you know, take up some time to just literally reflect so that you could possibly look back on 2020 and say, okay, this is what I could do differently. Some of y'all, you know what I've been learning too this year as well. Not learning, I kind of been privy to this, but whatever. It's like, this is a hot topic, but whatever. A lot of us argue with our significant others, right? Not a lot of us. I don't say all of us. I'll say that straight up with no proof, no evidence, no scientific evidence. I will say that wholeheartedly, that we all argue with our significant others, right? So let's say you as a wife or as a husband, you're watching this episode. Look back on one specific argument this year. Maybe two, maybe three, maybe all of them. Look back and say, what did I say that was disrespectful? Why did I react that way? What could I have done differently in that argument? What could I have told my significant other in this argument that would have helped him understand where I was coming from? A lot of us need to really sit down, and I'm like that too, and that's why I brought it up. It's like, and say, what could I have done differently? What could I have said differently? Or think too about what that person might be going through, you know, or things like that. And I know a lot of us, the relationships and stuff like that is so hard. It's so hard to look back on those things. And that's one of my prayers. And that's why I really hope that we all really come into 2021 and start really being better people, is that we could help better the future with these type of decisions. Because what's happening is like, it's like a never ending cycle. Like, we all got these type of problems that we can't, everybody has problems, like from their childhood and shit. Like, it's just like we all got problems, and we all gotta kind of like help each other with them. And it's hard. And that's what's so hard about relationships, is that you got your bag of problems, he got his bag of problems, and it's just like, what we gonna do? So I think one of the things you guys could reflect on is like, what could I have done differently in an argument? I know a lot of people, you know, I talk to people and they just tell me like, oh, this happened, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, what could you have done differently? Instead of, you know, blaming your significant other all the time. Are you communicating? Communicating is a big one. A lot of us suck at communication, right? And I could only imagine in 2020 how bad the communication was, because you had an excuse to say, oh, I'm sorry with COVID, you know, my mental's been all messed up, the quarantine, right? So a lot of shit that was supposed to be communicated in 2020 was not communicated due to COVID. A lot of shit was due to COVID this year. And guess what? 2021? No. But that's a different topic. And we're going to get into that next week, or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, you know, let's just, you know, try to figure out, communication is key. I hope people are communicating. I said, communication. Think about some arguments you had with your spouse or anybody, because, you know, people get in arguments all the time, period. Like, across the board, we all get into little arguments. Yeah, and just being nicer. What's other things we could do? Work within. Just find things. I feel like this year we should make resolutions that are within, and not like, I mean, if you want to make a financial resolution, because I know a lot of us are in a hole right now, bitch. I know, I can tell you right now, I will be very open. I am definitely in a hole. And so next year you might want to clean that up. And let's be honest, I don't know how deep of a hole some people are in, because if you lose your job or something, or you was running a business, I know businesses is like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and or, you know, some of y'all did the PPE loan. Those are loans, so you eventually got to pay those back and stuff like that, or whatever the case would be. So I don't even know. I can't even, I mean, if you in deep debt, let's talk about that. If you're in deep debt too, like in deep debt, coming into 2020, yes, work on your debt, but don't let it consume you. So make that like your resolution, is like, we're going to fix this debt. And you might not fix it in a year. Depending on how deep that shit is, you probably won't. And that's fine. As long as you're working on fixing it gradually, and you're not goofing around like for real. So I mean, yes, finance is important. But once again, a lot of times we make resolutions like losing weight and being healthy. Those are things that are life. Being financially wise is not a resolution, people. Those are things we need to do, period. And I understand it's like, Brittany, that's hard. Being financially smart is not easy. Shit happens. And I am 100% aware. I just told y'all in the intro, like, the car, and that's the thing with cars, like, something might happen and you gotta pay for it in order for that car to drive. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, well, what are we gonna do? So I get that. Sometimes you fall into a hole and it's not your fault. But, you know, that goes back to saving, right? You're supposed to save for a rainy day. If we were saving, we probably would have stash in the back when something happens to the car, or when there's a leak in your house, or when things happen out of nowhere. You're supposed to always have money for a rainy day. So we need to practice on saving. And I know some of y'all like, I live check to check, I can't save. So what's next? These are things that, and I'm saying these things And I could say them because I'm saying it and I'm fucked up. Okay? So that speaks volumes. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know what's right. And I'm still, fucked up. So I could be able to speak and say, look, truthfully, it is what the fuck it is. Like, we need to be more financially smart. That is not a resolution thing. This is my podcast. I say what I say. Those are not New Year's resolutions. Those are things that you should be doing all the time. It's just trying to be financially smart. If you're living check to check, I know 100%. And that's a hard pill to swallow. I'm not really sure what you could do differently. I did make an episode on finances on Princess Season 1. Definitely check that out too. That'll be linked in the description box. But I know that, for instance, I could say you might have to get a second job this year, right? I know a lot of my viewers are age 25 to 34. So some of y'all might have kids and stuff like that, right? So can you get a second job? Who the hell gonna watch your kids? Then you're gonna have to pay for a babysitter. Then you're gonna have to find daycare. Then you're gonna have to do this. And now you're paying for this and this and this and this and this. I know it's so many things. I wish I could when the world opened back up, hopefully I could bring guests on the show and stuff like that again or whatever. I ain't gonna front. I do kind of enjoy doing it alone. But some topics, it would be fun to have a guest. But definitely, I know I can't speak for every state. I'm pretty sure every state and city does this. But I know that if you go to college, some schools have daycare. You can put your kids in the daycare for free if you want to go back to school and stuff like that. And potentially just go back to school to get a higher paying job. Depending on what you want to do. Because we spoke on college tip. Smilage College. That is Brit Says Season 2. Bitch. If you're not on board with Brit Says, I don't really know what you're doing, to be honest. Because we talk about everything. But if you want to go to school for something that means something, hey, my podcast. I always got to remind myself that. By all means, go back. Or if because I know with teachers and stuff like that, I know that sometimes if they go get a master's or whatever, they could get higher pay and stuff like that. So with things like that, go back to school, see if you can get your kids into the daycare while you're studying school. Second job, and getting daycare, because I know daycare is so much money or things like that. I'm really not sure. That's why I wish I had a guest. But I know that there's ways around this. Start a blog, start an Etsy, try. Look into things, to build your bank account. Look for a new job. I know some people feel like they're stuck in their job and things like that, right? Is that a New Year's resolution? Looking for a new job. Is that a suitable New Year's resolution? You know what I'll say? I will consider looking for a job a New Year's resolution. Why? Because it's not something you always have to do. If you like your job, then you like your job. It's not something you should always be doing. Being healthy is something you should always be doing. Being financially smart is something you should always be doing. Getting a new job technically is not something you always should be doing. A lot of millennials, we can't relate. We're job hoppers. But if you really, really need a new job and you really, really want more money, then by all means, start looking for a new gig. Hopefully 2021 will bring more career opportunities or whatever. But yeah, you could do that. It was jobs. I had something on the tip of my tongue. Oh, starting a new business. Actually, I feel like it was such a surge in business starting in 2020. Do any of y'all agree with that? I feel like I've seen so many businesses, or at least maybe people were paying for ads. I feel like Instagram sent me so much businesses that I actually shopped at. Some of them I've shopped with. I have friends create businesses and nonprofits and stuff. This year, 2020, was a big business year. I think if you want to start a business, definitely do it, but definitely pick something you really love. I know firsthand. A lot of the business I created, I loved. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't my purpose, but I know firsthand it's very hard to keep up with a business or a business plan. And That's a word. That's a key. That's the episode is talking about just the surging businesses, and you know, only the strong will last. I have seen so many. You know, the FBI watching our phones, bitch. Like the other day, I was like, I'm on this Seymour's kick now. I'm gonna eat Seymour's or whatever. So I'm looking like all I said was Seymour's on my phone. Like I'm just taking my phone and I'm just like, bitch, Seymour's, so that they can recommend me some Seymour's. Now I'm not even mad at the FBI-ness of our phones. I don't even care anymore that our phones be listening to us, because I really be needing some recommendations. Like for real, like I want to see some companies. Like if I'm into this thing now, we're buying in like no salt seasoning, so I'll be like, seasoning, FBI, government, listen to me. Send me my recommendations, please. Like I don't care anymore. I'm here for it, because they be showing me mad brands, mad companies, like, girl. So, you know, get on board with the governmentness of our smartphones, because it's helpful this year. I'm here for the government this year. Let me stop. I'm here for it this year. I mean, for real. Like, so I noticed a lot. And then when I would see these ads for some of these businesses, I would go on their page and they were relatively new companies. Like they weren't even like big businesses, which I loved even more with the recommendations, was that they weren't just recommending me big brands, they were recommending me little brands. And I understand that those brands pay for advertisements, because you can get advertisements from Instagram for as low as $10 and stuff like that. So I thought that was dope. So that's also another thing. Like I probably need to be doing that to promote my podcast or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I definitely saw a lot of these new brands. Them ads definitely work. Yes, they do. So if you want to start a business, but just be serious about it. I know how hard it is. You know, so if you're gonna start a business, make that your resolution. Like, start a business and be serious. It's very, very hard, and just it's hard to. I think mostly is not to give up. It's one of the hardest things when business is slow and when you're not seeing the progress that you want to see and things like that. So yeah, I would say, you know, saying you want to start a new business or start your business that's been in your head for mad long or whatever the case may be. Travel more. Is that a resolution? You know what? I will say it is. Let me tell you why. It's only for some of y'all, because some of y'all little millennials, y'all just travel naturally. Like, knock it off. If you a traveler, if you that type of bitch, what's that called? If you a wanderlust mommy, you do not need to put travel more on your fucking New Year's resolution. You travel all the time. You travel every year. Stop. Knock it off. I think travel more is good for, like, let's say you were young and you had kids mad young, because I know some people like that, like they had kid at 18 or whatever the case may be, and they just dedicated their life to their kids or whatever for mad long. This year, you know, if you got your little pieces right, your coins right, well, 2021, you know, you're gonna say, I'm gonna get the kids to grandma, whoever your carer is, and I'm gonna travel. Yes, some people really deserve to have a New Year's resolution as travel more. They be dedicating their life to their family and shit. They need to get out a little more, right? Get out the country, get out the state, wherever you want to start. For people, there is a market of people. If you're, let's pick an age. I feel like I was gonna say 21. Nah, I am gonna say 21. If you 21 and you never left your state, like ever left your state, I'm gonna need you to make your New Year's resolution travel more. Just leave the state. The state is mad cheap to leave the state right now. I don't know about I think 2021, them air flights is gonna go nuts. Like, it's gonna be a number we ain't never experienced in our life. Like, when this COVID shit slowed down, them air companies is coming for us. Them plane companies, they're coming for our pockets. They're going to rip our pockets by the seams. I hope y'all know that. Like, ooh. But yes, if you are somebody who has never left your state, I heard some tea. You know, New York City, we have boroughs. I heard there's people who have never left their borough. I'm gonna need you to just get on the train, because I'm gonna need you to get out of Queens and go to Brooklyn. I'm gonna need you to get out of Brooklyn and go to the Bronx. Bitch, I know we not fucking with Staten Island right now, but you might have to get on the ferry and go to Staten Island, because something has to give. So yes, I think travel more is definitely a New Year's resolution. I know it's some older people too. You know, people who like 60, they like, yo, I just want to travel more. About what it means. I think that's a dope New Year's resolution for those who need to make it a resolution. Some of y'all just saying that and y'all dead be traveling. Like, y'all dead been to like 8 countries by now and you're like 26. That is awesome. Like, a lot of y'all really downplay y'all shit. Like, if you been to about 8 countries and you 26, your resolution does not need to be travel more. Knock it off. So, yeah. What's another dope resolution? Like, common resolution. That's one of the only ones I could think of. Some people say stuff. A lot of stuff is usually financial. Just like, I want to make $1 million. All right. A lot of times people who say they want to make their first $1 million, they already in their thousands already, or whatever. They might have 20,000 in their bank account. So consider that. Or they might have a business. You can't say I'm going to make my first $1 million this year and you don't have a business plan. Like, knock it off. So I think money is always a good resolution. Not financially smart. It's the difference between making more money and being financially smart. Because you can want to make more money and already be financially smart. Like, I'm quite sure before Jay-Z was a billionaire, he was a millionaire, right? But it was sometimes while he was a millionaire, that's a lot of money. He was saying, I want to be a billionaire. That is a very different contrast from being financially. He was already financially smart because he already has money. He's already saving. He's already in his bag. He's already invested in companies. He's already financially smart. But his goal now is to make more money. That's what he wanted to do. How can I hit a bill? Like, that type of thing. So, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. That's still... For the, regular middle class people, that still correlates with getting a new job, I feel like, in some ways. Because that's one of the only ways you can make more money, or if you open a business. But in your first couple of months of starting a new business, you're not going to probably make mad money. You're going to probably lose mad money. So let's be honest. I'm just keeping it a bucky with you. From my experience, from other people's experience, I don't always talk to from just my experience. I watch, I listen, I love watching inspirational stuff and videos and things like that, and hearing how a lot of celebrities came from where they came from and what they did and how they made it and stuff like that. So it's definitely just being 100% honest and real with you. So yeah, the most I would take out of this is to just be more, not financially, I'm so sorry. Be more, make your resolution something within. I think those are the best things, because those things live with you, those things stick with you, those things ride with you. Like, when you die, the money ain't gonna come with you. You feel me? When you die, people not gonna look, they might look at your career. Like, I know some celebrities be like, oh my God, they made music that inspired my soul. But like, for some of y'all that have like regular jobs, like, not like to be rude, like even me, when I was just a manager, like, I've been to funerals. Like, at funerals, people don't really talk too much about, oh my gosh, they were the manager of, like, they don't say that shit. They talk about you. Like, who were you as a person? Like, this person made me laugh. They kept a smile on my face. When I was down, they picked me up. Like, that's the type of shit you want to leave a legacy. Like, you don't want to leave just money. Like, you don't want to be like people really never really fuck with you. At least for me. Like, I know some of y'all like, I don't care, when I die, I'm dead. Like, that's on you. Like, if you want to be a weirdo. Like, but for the most part, this is what is key. This is what people pay attention to. I don't care what nobody say. Like, when people talk about you, for the most part, like, yeah, they might say, yeah, he's rich, she's rich. Okay. But what's usually is key is who you are. Like, people talk about your personality, what you stand for, what you do, how you... I feel like that's top tier. Because, like, you could be dead ass rich and nasty and people dead still won't fuck with you. Like, don't nobody care about that. You could be broke and like the nicest person, dopest person, vibiest person, and people will dead remember you and rock with you and ride with you. Like, so I think working on this, your soul, your spirit, like that's what's important. That's going to take you to the top. And you can't do everything in a year. That's why you know, people's New Year's resolution is one thing. I'm saying, I'm going to try to fix my attitude. I'm going to try to fix my communication. I'm going to try to, I mean, you can, you know, but you better have a team. You better have a support system. You better be in therapy. You better be in tune with God. You better be on board, baby. Like, you got to be on board. If you trying to fix you, first of all, you can't fix yourself in a day. I'm sorry, even a year. You're never going to be perfect, but I mean, I don't know, but I think resolutions should be things that are within. It should be things that you want to fix within yourself, not like all these like money and all this. Like, stop. Like, those things are fixable, but they're not. They're like things you have to like. You just work for. Like, it's like, I can't explain. And I feel like too, when you fix a lot of this stuff within, that's when all those things start, all your blessings start coming in. That's when all of a sudden now your money is getting right. Now you're losing weight. Now you're glowing. Now you're this. Now you're that. Like, usually when you work on a lot of the things going on in here, that's when all of a sudden everything start working out that are not spiritually based or, you know, within. All of a sudden your finances start getting better. Your love life, your relationship. Oh, I'm surprised I forgot that one. Please do not make, I'm problematic. Please do not make find a man this year your resolution. That shit always used to piss me off. I feel like you could pray on a good man, but I don't feel like that should be your New Year's resolution. Like, when you say stuff, think about it. Just imagine yourself all year looking for a man. The thought of it. The thoughts. Because men will ruin your year, your day, your life if you let them. So don't make, I feel like, I understand. I get it. When the voice get low, you know it's about to get scary. I get it. I feel like that's just something, like, things like that are just things. Like, if you're single and you want a man, those are just things that just comes naturally. Like, going out. Like, don't imagine you waste your fucking year on looking for a man. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry. I get it because I've been there, but it's usually not progressive. Like, if you're single and you want a man, dating is just a part of your life now. That's a single thing. Dating is a life thing. Like, once you're single, and dating is just a part of your life. That's it. That's not no resolution. That's just what it is. Like, and once again, that goes back to, you got to work on what's going on in here to attract the right man. Let's be honest. So, no matter how you flip and fry it or diet, this is key. It's the hair flip for me. The uncalled for hair flip. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that episode because I most definitely did. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, leave a review if you're streaming. And yes, next week is going to be a dope episode. We're going to talk about the things we need to leave in 2020. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be funny. I hope you guys tune in next week. Because yes, it's gonna be great. We're gonna close out 2021 with some laughs, with some accomplishments. Well, with, you know, just a flashback, a reflection. I know some of y'all like, I do not want to reflect on 2020. You can keep it, but it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be cool. And yeah, I will see you guys next week.